This is the JrTrack 4 by Cosmo. It's a smartwatch for kids that it does not allow them to search the internet. So before we do our regular unboxing, what I want to do is just jump in and answer a few of the frequently asked questions. So it is waterproof, IP68. You do have to have a plan with Cosmo. It won't work with any of the other major providers. You have to have a plan with Cosmo. There are different plans. Obviously, the more months you pay in advance, the cheaper the price goes. It goes all the way from $9.99, I believe, to $17.99. You can look on their website, check that out. It does have a parent portal. So you log into Cosmo Parent Portal. It's an app that you can download or use on desktop, and then you can jump in and see all of the information that you want. So out of the box, the JrTrack does not have games. It comes with basically the standard features like calling, messaging, GPS, location tracking, and activity tracking. With the parent portal, you can put games on and install, and they're kind of non-addictive puzzle games. You can set up hours, you can set up school mode, you can set up a lot of different things. So when we talk about sending texts, it is an SMS, MMS messaging service with parent-approved contacts. So parents approve this. And again, just a reminder, you do have to have a plan with this. So I want to make sure that I tell you the right prices on the plans. So as far as the camera, this does have a camera. It has approved contacts only. It has geofencing. It has location history. It has school mode. And a lot of the other companies out there that make smartwatches do not have all of these, right? So Cosmo, I believe, uses other networks, but the only way to get the watch on is to connect it through Cosmo. So they are running a basically Black Friday sale where you can get those plans a little bit cheaper than you would normally be able to at the beginning of the year. So when we look at everything, you can obviously buy it with Amazon Prime. It's big on Amazon right now. And there's activate instructions in here. So let's jump into the box. Sorry, that was a long intro. I don't usually do long intros, but I wanted to just answer a lot of those questions that kids and parents have. I think it's important, right? And I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Oh, the other thing is you can get kid-friendly music options with Spotify. So if you have a Spotify family account, you can connect that with this and have safe music on this. So let's jump into the box and show you what's in there. And then we're actually going to get this activated, and I'll show you what it looks like while you're in it, while you're using it. So as many of you know, I am an educator, and kind of having kids focused, including my own kids. We've learned a lot over the past 10 years about having teenagers and phones and watches and different things like that. So, I mean, very clean right out of the box. You can see when you pull the whole thing out, your charging cable and everything's going to come underneath here. So here's your watch itself, right? It's got a cover on it. And then you've got a QR code here, which is going to basically match your SIM. You can see that there's your battery or recharging right here. And I do a lot of unboxings, and it's amazing to see how different companies design their. So you're going to 3 separate boxes. This is going to be your user manual, welcome to the family, and how to do everything, their mission, instruction manual, specs, how to basically connect. It's got a screen protector, which is a nice addition there. So we're going to move the empty boxes kind of out of the way. One of these is going to be a charger for sure. Oh, nice. And a separate band. So this is more of a rubber kind of silicone, and this is a braided Velcro that you can connect. A little bit of stretch and a little bit of give. Okay. I'm interested to see if this is USB-C or classic USB. Okay, so it's a classic USB. And there's a magnet right here on the adapter on the back side. So just to show you that. So it just connects right like that. And then you basically have this hook, I'm assuming, little tiny thing to help take off this piece right here. So there's your SIM right there. And this is what would be used to pop this open and pull this out. Hopefully it would. So when you just push this under, again, this is the first time doing this, I don't want to break it. But I feel like this should come out pretty easy. There we go. So there's our SIM right there. You just push this back in. So it already comes with a SIM, which is nice, and a screen protector there. So let's jump into powering it on and getting connected. I have a 3 months that I have purchased, and we are going to give this to our youngest daughter for the holidays. So again, she's in elementary school, but she'll be the only one left in elementary school. And so let's jump into the phone itself, or let's jump into the watch itself and show you how to get it connected and everything working. Okay, so a few simple instructions before we go. I've gotten instructions, so I just want to make sure that you understand how to do this, and I'm going to do it. So what you'll do is you will turn on the device. It's going to run through an update, right? Maybe there's a core update or something that it needs, but it will run through an update. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to get another phone to match with the app, but there is a pin on the SIM on the side of the box. As you can see right down here, there's a SIM. You're going to connect that, and then you're going to go to menus, my devices, add a device in, right, the JrTrack Cosmo app on a regular phone. That way then you can connect to the watch itself. So then I will show you a screenshot of a screen share of my phone and what I'm seeing on my phone, but then also some footage of the watch itself. So let me get everything connected and we'll kind of walk through that point. So once you get logged in and connected, a few things that you need to be aware of is there is an activation fee. And so once you get your watch connected and everything, you can basically take a tour. And so you'll see that you've got the camera at the top, your power, your back button. So you can swipe to see apps. Press the power button twice for emergencies. You can select a wallpaper. So we're just going to do something like that. It's time to use your watch. So it'll automatically connect to a date and time. You can see that I do have a network here. I've got that connected. And so what we will do now is show you the phone portion. So there's the phone, you can take a photo, right? There's me recording like that. So we have messages, we can add. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair my watch to put some contacts in for our kiddo. So then I could click on pair watch or restart. So I'm going to restart that to make sure that everything is paired and it pulls all the contacts in. And then we'll jump back to what it looks like on the parent side of things. Okay, so once you get connected to the Cosmo, basically mission control, it's going to look something like this, right? You've got a home, my devices. When you click on my devices, it's going to have every device that you have connected to the mission control, and it will also have who that device is attached to, whether it's a name or a contact or different things like that. When we click on all contacts, you can jump in here. We can add individual contacts to the watch. So we as parents have control over who the student or the child can contact, right? Whether they're friends, whether they're family, grandpa and grandma, whoever, right? So we have the ability to change those contacts. So again, we click on the 3 dots up there and we go to safe zones. What we can actually do is we can add a safe zone on a map with a specific address. So we can move around
go to different places like that, and we could add a safe zone here. When we click on messages, this is where we could add our child to a family message, a group message, basically a device message that they get when we message everybody. So it's basically like groups, right? So the activity center is where we could go in and set alarms. We could set school mode. We could do step counter. And we haven't taken a lot of steps yet because the phone's just been, or the watch has been charging and just kind of sitting stagnant for a little while. Under my account, this is where you can go in and add your individual information. And I'm going to actually edit some of this out as far as email, phone number.
Once you get your device paired, it's going to ask you if you want to do contacts. And so I'm actually calling myself. You won't be able to see the phone number. But my phone is ringing, even though I'm recording this because of video mode. There's a pop-up on my screen. But I want to show you a little bit more about the parent side of things, what the app looks like, how you can track on maps, how you can add contacts, delete contacts, stuff like that. So we're going to jump over to the actual Cosmo mission control app is what it's called. So my final thoughts on the JrTrack 4. So connectivity, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It took a little bit of time for the sim to get connected and all of that stuff. It wasn't just a plug and play. Connecting to the internet was actually easier than, connecting to the sim. I had to wait about 30 minutes. One thing that I was not aware of is there is an activation fee. It's $12.99, which is fine, right? But I didn't see that anywhere until the final bill and it came across. The other thing is the price point for this. If you go 2 years in advance, you're going to pay $9.99 a month. It's prorated. If you go month by month, it's $17.99. So you're getting like 45% discount if you go a long contract, right? This does not work on other networks. It has to be connected to the Cosmos network. So this watch is basically network specific. Now I know Cosmos kind of uses other towers and different things if your child is, traveling or different things like that, but the watch has to be connected to Cosmos. So that's one thing I was not aware of. The other thing that I really like about the parent portal or mission control is the ability to lock down which contacts show up on the watch. We can have safe zones where if our child or whoever is wearing this, I think about this also too for an elderly person. My parents are in that stage, right, where they could wear this watch. We can kind of see where they're at because they don't always share their location on their phone. But with this watch is you can set safety zones, and if the child goes out of the safety zone, then you're alerted, right? The cool thing is, as I talked about the contacts, is that you can actually import contacts into the watch itself. So then you decide who they can contact. There's a camera, there's a video recorder. We talked about this. They can listen to music on Spotify through this. I'm not going to play any of that music because of copyright, but it's really easy to figure out. You just kind of put it in and you can do that from the parent portal. The last thing I really like about the parent portal is the GPS, right? I mean, that's with my older kids and kind of like, where's my phone, or where are they at, right? Where they can share their location, different things like that. I can see that, but with our younger kids, we can't. And as we get to that stage where our older kids are kind of moving on and our younger kids are growing up but not quite ready for a phone, this is a possible solution for the question that you have. And again, this is the JrTrack 4. It's the most recent version that they have. It's waterproof up to, I believe it's 2 meters, maybe 10 meters. But you can read all the information. I probably talked a lot about this earlier in the video. So if you're a parent and you're making a decision, you're on the fence, where should I go? This is something that I would recommend, especially for kids that are not old enough or mature enough to have a phone. I don't know if anybody's mature enough to have a phone, but if you're in that decision, watch or phone, I would go with the watch and keep a phone away as long as possible. Thanks for watching.